Judge, this is the case of love lockdown.
Sonograms, side chicks, and sexually transmitted diseases. This case has just about every wrong thing you could think of.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jessica Thigpen and Antjuan Thigpen. The two of you have been together for 8 years, married for 3. You do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Thigpen, you are suing Mr. Thigpen for a certain amount of money, and we'll get to that momentarily. But before we do, I'd like you to tell me a little bit about your relationship and how we've ended up in divorce court here today.
Well, Your Honor, I'm going to tell you why I'm here today. On my birthday, the gift that Antjuan gave me on my birthday was a sonogram in his phone from another woman of a possible baby that he could have had.
Objection.
No objections. Go ahead.
Antjuan knows that I can't have children. Like, we've been trying, and the thought that somebody else could give him something that I can't give him, that hurt. And then on top of that, on Mother's Day, she had the baby on Mother's Day. She had the baby on Mother's Day.
Objection.
After she had the baby,
What did I just say?
After she had the baby, she was contacting me in my inbox, talking to, tell your husband I need money for Pampers, tell your husband I need money for wipes and stuff like that. I don't, it's hurtful.
It's hurtful, just hard. Mr. Thigpen, what would you like to say about that?
Your Honor, first of all, I found out the same day.
Uh-huh.
I did not know nothing about no sonogram,
Right.
no nothing. I was trying to get back with my wife.
Right.
And when I found out about the sonogram, it was the same time, the same day she found out about it. I didn't tell her because we trying to get back in a good place. It's her birthday.
But, Your Honor,
I didn't want to.
when I found
But
the
you knew that,
sonogram...
hang on, you knew there was a possibility though, right?
No, when I got the sonogram, that's when I knew. You know, I thought it was fake.
But you had been with this woman. There was a possibility that that baby could be yours.
Yes, it was. It has, and my wife knew about it.
Yeah. Is it your baby?
No.
Okay. Ms. Thigpen, what else would you like to say?
Prior to that happening, a woman and her boyfriend knocked on my door, and the boyfriend showed me inappropriate text message between him and that woman. After that, recently, we went to Virginia. We drove to Virginia from where we stay at.
You know her, Your Honor?
I will get to you, Mr. Thigpen.
We drove to Virginia from where we stay at a couple of hours to celebrate his mom, his mother's birthday. His mother passed away a few years ago, so we went down there with his family to celebrate his mother's birthday. A lady inboxed me.
Celebrate.
A lady inboxed me while I was sitting at the table with his family, his sister, his nieces and nephews, talking about how she had an inappropriate relationship with him prior to us getting married, like in the beginning of our relationship. She wanted me to contact her. I contacted her and her husband, well, her husband in the background coaching her, basically saying, yeah, you need to know that your husband been recently contacted. He was recently, when I received that, basically like she was admitting to that they had that affair previously, it was because her husband found text message between the two of them that he felt like was inappropriate. So he felt like she needed to tell me and contact me.
That's not true.
Mr. Thigpen, what would you like to say?
That's not true, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Thigpen, every time you say that's not true or objection, that reduces the amount of time I'm going to give you to respond. So if you want to have an opportunity to say something to me, I suggest you allow her to finish, and then I will get to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Thigpen, what would you like to say?
Now, the text message is true. We both know this woman. We both know her. And like I said, I told her I made a mistake and pocket dialed this woman. She called me back. And she called me back that night, and we hung up. So the next morning, they called her phone. And then they called my phone back. I didn't even know the girl was married. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't seen her in such a long time. So her husband called me back, like, he wanted to come to my house, he wanted to beat me up, you know? So I'm like, trying to stick at the cold out my eyes, trying to figure out what's going on. So I flipped on him, but then I realized that, you know, I was on the phone with his so-called wife, it's his wife now, so I apologized to this man and tell him, like, it's my bag. You know, come hit me up, you want to get some tattoo done or whatever, something like that. He waited 3 days later, when we goes to Virginia, to get his wife, to call my wife, to tell my wife that me and her had sex, and this is the second incident that this girl did this with my wife. She did that before, told somebody that she had sex with me, and me and my wife confronted her, which became a lie.
Yeah. Can I say this, Mrs. Thigpen? He's stand up. He does wrong things, but he does wrong things to really like tacky people. And those tacky people keep tagging you and hurting you. You can't tag him with all of that, just some of it. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, Mr. Thigpen, what do you say is the reason why this relationship is off in a ditch?
We have no communication. We have no communication.
Give me an example.
We had no communication. Like, I'm there for my wife. Like, she called me a cheater, but, like, before that all came about, and I did almost had a baby, but, like, I'd be home 24/7 watching her kids. You know, she's flying out with her friends and all that. So when I decided to go out, because I get tired of like just like sitting in the house every weekend.
He's disrespectful as well.
Every weekend, just sitting at home. So I goes out and I tell her, I need me
Same rules go for you?
I need me a friend because my wife is not there. So when I go get a friend, I tell her about my friend.
Now, when you say go get a friend, you mean a female friend with whom you have an intimate relationship, or you just talking about buddies hanging on the corner?
Well, she was just a female that was there when I was doing a tattoo one time.
And that's the same one that the sonogram that I found on my birthday.
So you've slept with that woman?
Yes, he did. And he didn't talk about how disrespectful
She never
he
gave
was.
me a fact. She never gave me the chance to finish telling you what happened.
Your Honor, the same female
I met this woman. I came to my wife, told my wife about this woman, and let my wife know that, okay, sis, when you married, I can tell you, well, you don't need all your friends. You want to do everything with your friends. You want to leave me here. I say, so I got me a friend. I can leave her alone in 30 seconds with no problem because I'd rather be with my wife. She tells me, you don't have to. So what's going to happen next if I'm still lonely? She's not there for me.
So he got him a friend
She was an
with
associate.
benefits. Now, his associate with benefits.
Right.
The same female.
She didn't have no benefits.
It was beneficial to you sexually.
No, I wasn't.
Mrs. Thigpen, he says that you're not there for him, and that's why he wanders a bit. Do you care to respond to that?
Yeah, first of all, Your Honor, I don't know how I'm not there for him. I'm there right now. I have friends. We don't stay in his state. That'd have been the same thing if we stayed in the state that he resides in. He has friends in another state. My friends are local. What's the problem with me hanging out with my friends? It shouldn't be no issue with me hanging out with my friends. Just the same, like I was saying earlier, the same female with the alleged baby.
I don't have friends.
He thought that this friend that he accumulated, because I wasn't there, so he got him a friend.
She was an
with
associate.
benefits. Now, his associate with benefits.
Right.
The same female.
She didn't have no benefits.
It was beneficial to you sexually.
No, I wasn't.
Anyway, like I was saying, this same friend he had unprotected sex with, he thought that he had contacted something, got a disease. So what he do is, he has these pills, he come up with these pills in the kitchen. Baby, why don't you take one of these, because it's gonna clean your system. I was like, I don't need to clean my system, I don't do drugs, so I don't need to clean my system. Just take one, I'm gonna take one with you. So he took the pill. I said, well, that's on you. I'm not taking it, I don't do
need
drugs.
a pill, I don't know what it is, I don't need to take it.
I don't do drugs. So I sit my drink down, walk in the other room, come back, drink my drink. Down the line, after everything happened with the baby or her having the baby and everything, he tells me that he put the pill in my drink for me to drink the pill.
Mr. Thigpen, what was that pill?
It was a
what?
It was a pill for chlamydia.
So you had chlamydia and you knew it?
Well, I didn't know it.
But you thought you had chlamydia?
I thought it did. So I go to the doctor, you know. I want to get back with my wife. I want to make sure I'm clean. I don't want to take her nothing, you know.
Oh, that don't even sound good.
There's no excuse about what I did, because after I did what I did, I can't take that back.
But you can at least be truthful.
Yes, I mean, you're right. You're absolutely
You
right.
can at least be truthful, because when you're not truthful and then you get caught, not only does she have to suffer the pain and the hurt of the cheat and the pain and the hurt of the tacky women with whom you cheat, who make sure that they know about them, and she also has to deal with the inability to trust you at all because she knows you cheat with tacky people, and you lie. How dare you? You know what, Mr. Thigpen? I'm gonna invite you to leave. Goodbye. If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. You say that he's very rigid, and if you don't agree with him, he can get loud and aggressive and unkind and verbally abusive. Tell me about that.
Yes, one time I was at my job. I don't even remember what we were arguing about, but Antjuan was so loud and belligerent in the vehicle that my coworkers heard him, and they called me because they were concerned. They were like, Jessica, you okay? Or is everything all right?
Stop.
They contacted me just to make sure I was okay. And then recently, his called him to contact him because he needed some money, to borrow some money or whatever. So my response to him was, when the next time you get paid, it wasn't because I wanted him to pay me back. It was because I wanted to make sure he had enough money to last until his pay period. I didn't have a chance to explain. He flipped out. What you mean? What do you mean? You stupid B, da-da-da-da-da, you dumb this, you dumb that. This is every argument that we have.
She's making
he does
that up.
What do you have to say about that?
About the disrespect for Your Honor. Now, okay, I get that. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I do not call her out her name. You feel me? But that's just like you as a woman. You're not gonna let your husband call out your name. You're not gonna let anybody else call out your name. So how come you wanna be a queen at home, but when you step out, when you're having random conversations with your friend, they can call you out your name all you want to?
Okay. Has nothing to do with you. I'm talking about your behavior with her.
No.
Now, no. What do you mean, no?
I say what I say when I'm mad.
Yeah, I understand that, but I want to talk about what you say and why you say it and why you think that's okay.
I never said it was okay. I never said it was okay. I said, I don't understand why she has such a problem with me calling her out her name when I'm mad, when she sit around her friends, they call her out their name all day.
I'll explain it to you. You're her husband. You're the man with whom she is supposed to feel safe and secure. You're her home base. You're her soft place to fall. You're the guy that's in her corner, on her, behind her, and everything you say to her. She's the guy that she picked out of all others. Everything you say to her reverberates in her head because you're the guy who's supposed to love her and care for her. So when you're nasty, when you're rude, when you're out of pocket, when you call her out of her name, it hurts her in a way that nobody else can because you have that ability. That's why. That's why.
I believe that. I believe that. I believe that in somewhat way. Because I believe that a woman, period, is not gonna let nobody call out her name.
Oh, you don't know anything about that at all. I've been a woman for 60 years, and I'm telling you, you don't know what you're talking about.
If she carries herself a certain way.
I'm telling you, you don't know what you're talking about.
That's not true. Because I'm not gonna let anybody call me out my name. Whether he's my friend.
What's that got to do with you being less than an honorable man in the home you share with your wife?
Because
what's that got to do with anything?
When I try to be honorable, a man to her, I don't get the same thing from her. I don't get the same.
So here's what I'm asking you.
When I'm mad, so this is cool when, okay, you want to go through my phone, but like, Mrs. Emoji here, she all up in every guy's inbox, all up in every guy's page, and then when I ask her, I don't know.
Please tell him tell him show some.
So I'm lying?
Antjuan,
I'm lying.
Thank you. Don't do
I'm
that.
lying.
Mr. Thigpen, you know, you're a subject shifter. Whenever you get called on anything, you don't stand there and discuss that thing. What you do is you go and look and find, well, she did. It's like Donald Trump and Hillary's emails.
Because, Your Honor.
But she had emails.
Your Honor, that's because for the first 6 years, I was that person. I got tired, fed up. How much more can I take? Because I'm a man? She can do whatever she want to do because I'm a man?
Nobody is saying that.
Basically,
Mr. Thigpen, you are a rude individual.
How, Your Honor?
You won't let me finish speaking.
I'm sorry.
And I'm a judge.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You know what I mean? And I know how you come off at home.
Not like
correct
that.
At all.
Not like that, Your Honor. Not like that.
It seems to me that you don't hear her hurt at all. You can't address what you've done wrong because you're so busy saying she's done wrong. So you want $300 for the cost of a cell phone bill because
What?
you don't want to pay for him sending inappropriate message to other
Your
women?
Honor.
Yes, and I have a message
Stop
right here.
it.
And this is not even the woman that knocked on the door, or the woman that called my phone, or the woman that had the possible baby.
So
There's another one.
what
There's
about?
another one.
So what about she going through my phone so much? How come I got to pay the bill? She the one going through the phone. Why don't
You
she
had
pay
an
for it?
opportunity to bring a claim if you wanted to. You did
You know?
not.
She signed me up for college, Your Honor, that I didn't even know nothing about.
How dare you? How dare you? You know what, Mr. Thigpen? I'm gonna invite you to leave. Goodbye. I'm not gonna give you $300 because you ain't leaving him, and I know that. And you and I gonna have a conversation woman to woman. You get in a situation where you're married to a guy and you kind of feel like this is where I am, this is where I'm stuck. And he does a little bit wrong and then a little more wrong and then a little more wrong. And he kind of slow walks you into darkness and a hell that you never would have signed up for had you known about it to begin with. Might I ask you to find some personal strength? I want you to go to a counselor. I don't want no marriage counseling here. I want you to go to a counselor because you're a beautiful woman, you're an intelligent woman, you're a capable woman, and there is absolutely no reason why you should have to live in the dark of a relationship where a man runs around, brings you home diseases, runs around with tacky people who cause you all kinds of drama and pain. And I just don't think that, I think that people who get stuck in the dark of a relationship don't even know where the door is anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to leave. I just want you to know where the door is. I want you to have the capacity to go should he be at it again. I want you to have the ability to leave if this continues because you've earned more than that. And let me tell you something else. All of those names he calls you and stuff, that chips away at who you are. It chips away at your self-esteem. And one day you start to believe it. You may have started to believe it already, which might be the reason why you can't go. I know you have a lot of time invested in him, and I know maybe you won't leave at all. But go into counseling so you just don't have to live the dark that he spews in your direction. Are you with me on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Go to counseling so feel better about yourself. So even if you don't leave him, you don't live all that negativity. Because, 20 minutes, I couldn't even take it. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And he's never hurt me, but he's just an unpleasant, rude and raggedy individual. You love him. He probably has some good qualities. I bet you he's good at some things. He must be good at something. And I bet you he loves you and does nice things for you on occasion and all that kind of stuff. But what I saw here today was a frightening thing. It just, I don't want you to live in the dark, that's all. I just want you to know where the door is, even if you don't need to use it. You with me on that?
Yes, ma'am.
There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.